Okay, I'm trying to go live by 9 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So, hey everybody, it's Shonda. In this audio only video, I am going to be discussing with you all Virgo Zodiac energy. It is soon to be, we're so close for it to be Virgo season. A lot of people look at the actual days, but you're not looking at the actual days. You're looking at the actual degrees. Remember, astrology is only time and space. So, is it Virgo season yet? No. 5 a.m. Well, it's according to where you are, but 5 a.m., while we're sleeping, when we get up, it's going to be Virgo season. So, if somebody is born today, oh gosh, they're on the cusp of Leo and Virgo. Like they want to get lit, have fun at the same time. They know they have to be responsible. And you have to grow up like that and live your life like that. So if somebody is born around this time and they are a Leo, Virgo, cusper, all of the people who are born around that time, they put lessons, life lessons in their life so that their souls can ascend to a higher place. Although they're not going to feel like that. But what do Virgo season mean? What do Virgo energy means? What aspect? What influence, I guess we could say, that Virgo will have over your life? The first thing you want to do is look at your sun sign and say, okay, how many I'll say how many, you can say how many degrees are away from you, so you can see if it's a square, if it's an opposition, if it's a sextile or a trine, right? Or a conjunction. If it's a conjunction, we know that the sun is conjuncting your sun. That's astrology terms, but it really means your birthday. So happy birthday to my Virgos. I love you, Virgos. I love you guys so much. Scorpios love Virgos. Virgos love Scorpios. Even if Virgos and Scorpios have some kind of tension or beef, they're a sextile. Remember, a sextile is an opportunity. So you always have an opportunity to fix it. What is your sextile? Look at your sextile. But let's get back to Virgo. So what do Virgo want us to do around this time of year, every year? They want us to get things in order and make sure things are categorized. Stop procrastinating. Do what you need to do. Now, remember that Virgo is from Mercury. A lot of people forget that. They always say Gemini, Mercury. Well, Virgos are from Mercury as well, but they're the yin, the yin. They're the yin of the Mercury. So they're more of the intuitive side, the quiet side. And they are the ones that they're so low key and so quiet and so practical and so calm and doing what they need to do that a lot of people forget that is Mercury. So basically, that's what we are looking at. So Mercury is about to go retrograde, and we're not doing this weird, crazy Mercury retrograde thing. What we're doing is we're going to see the planet Mercury, Virgo season. Why is it wanting us to go retrograde right now? What did we miss? What details have we missed? What steps we haven't taken? Were we all willy-nilly before that, like all over the place before that? So what we have with this retrograde, Mercury retrograde, with Virgo, and Mercury, want us to go back and cross our T's and dot our I's. So don't look at it as some kind of hardship or some kind of burden or anything like that, look at it as, oh, all right, wow, okay, now I can get things in order. You're going to be more super focused. If the sun is not giving you a good aspect to Virgo, like your sun sign is not giving you a really good aspect, then you had to look at your other planets and your chart, your natal chart. Look at your moon. Is your moon giving a positive influence, or would the sun give a positive influence to your moon? Like with Virgo, look at your moon. See if it's a square. See if it's a conjunction. Remember, a conjunction can go either way. Look at and see if it's an opposition. Well, opposition of Virgo, we know it's Pisces. So it's kind of going to be a little bit struggling for Pisces. But they can look at their other planets, like your Mercury sign, your Venus, Mars, and etc., and see which one is a positive influence with Virgo and focus on that. You can't just neglect the rest of the planets because you're neglecting that energy that you need. So you cannot ignore the energy, because if you do, it's going to happen regardless. And energy doesn't have any kind of emotion. It just is. Energy is everywhere. That's why I wanted to refocus on just the energy of astrology with my channel, and opposed to just talking about and explaining and defining and educating you guys on what it means. I'm sorry, I do see you, Virginia. Thank you, sweetie pie, um, for joining me. I know I've not been on for a while, and it is what it is. I gotta build it up, and that's what all the earth signs do. They're about building. And they're building. They are building on the current success. But the one thing I do want you to do is to understand, if you're struggling, if you're going to struggle for the next 30 days before we get into Libra, if you're going to be struggling, understand where your struggle is and utilize this time to take notes or write a plan, something that you have to build on, something that you're struggling with, that the energy of Virgo is going to force you to look at. You don't just want to hide under the cover because you can't deal with it and wait until Libra comes in, because Libra might have a more positive, the sun in Libra might have a more positive influence and relationship with you and that energy, but you have to get through the Virgo season. Remember, Virgo is also mutable. Okay, all the mutable signs have two, I guess, archetypes. It's two together. It's just not just one. So what Virgo is trying to do with being mutable is trying to take you away from that strong fixedness of Leo and take it to the cardinal sign, or the initiating sign or starting sign of Libra. So this month is not going to be, exactly the same how it has been when Leo was in. Because, before Leo is Cancer, and Cancer started a season, started something. And then Leo slows it down and it's fixed. That's why the weather, if you guys understand the concept of weather with astrology, you can understand the close relationship that it is, and you can utilize the energy by forecast, like by weather forecast. But so a lot of the things that were going on in the Leo season and this whole month we just finished going through was because things wasn't moving. It wasn't mutable, it wasn't starting, it was just there. So the heat is higher, brush fires, all these type of heat, hot Leo kind of things, So that was basically what's been going on and what's been happening. But now we're into Virgo, and Virgo is mutable. So you might, if we're looking at the weather wise, we might have more cooler, hotter days, but it's transforming itself into going into Libra. So the mutable signs of Virgo and Pisces and Sag and Gemini, they are taking from and going to. So they're not one or the other. So hopefully you guys understand that energy, and I'm only gonna be talking about energy for a while and trying to give explanations, trying to do shorts or stuff like that about the energy, because I think that a lot of people now in society is learning more about astrology and how it could affect their everyday life. It could affect your relationships, your love relationships, your relationships at work with your children. It's all about energy. It's all about vibes and vibing with each other. And if you're not vibing, it's something with the energy. So you could look at astrology and you could understand, like, hey, where am I at in all of this? Let me look at what all of my planets, or all the planets in astrology, is actually showing me what to do or helping me get through a particular thing. And don't just ever use just one or three, like your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising. Um, I don't know why they want rising so much, because it cuts a lot of people out who don't have their time of birth. So I say the big three is your sun, moon, and your Mercury. The way you are, your core, your feelings and emotions, and the way you think. I think those are more important for your everyday life. And if you guys keep watching me, or you can't really see me now, huh? But if you keep listening to me do this, you'll see that the Virgo season, the energy of the Virgo will help you do anything relating to details, being practical, re real why can I say it, reviewing something with the Mercury retrograde. And like I said in the beginning of this video, that Virgo is from Mercury. So utilize that energy. Don't look at it as something negative, something failing, or what have you. And again, to all of my Virgos out there, happy birthday, because the sun will conjunct your sun. And this is your new year, like your personal new year every birthday, right? So it's going to be kind of struggle for the Libras and for the Pisces, and I understand. But it's going to happen every year, so you might as well understand the energy. Don't keep allowing it to happen and you don't do anything about it. Okay, so with that being said, I am gone. But before I do, just to say something to Virginia. Virginia said, "Is okay, Shonda. Glad you're here." And she said, "I have Virgo in my second house. Does that mean that this area of my life will be affected?" Yep, your money. You're probably going to be looking at your money in more practical ways and thinking about, if you don't do it this year for this season, you should always do these things when it's happening. So, because you'll have like I always say, the force will be with you. So you're probably going to be looking for ways to be practical with your money or budget better. Even if you don't do anything, you still can do things, because remember, the Virgo and the earth signs are the builders, right? So as long as you're building towards it and allowing the Virgo season to give you that energy, because you're doing it right while in the energy, then you would get supported. When Virgo energy goes away, if you didn't build a strong enough foundation, then it's probably going to fizzle out and fade out. But you're going to be looking at more of a practical way of spending money and what you're buying. Also make decisions about, do you want to go to certain parties or events that may cost money or may have to make you buy an outfit or something to go there, to get there, renting a car or taking a flight. Like, you'll think about those things in a more practical, detail-oriented way. And then Mercury is in retrograde, so it will probably bring back and bring up other previous plans you had with saving money and not splurging and different things like that. So you might start looking for those things, for those notes, for any of those. That is a perfect thing to do during this time. I forgot when Mercury's going retrograde. It's very soon though. If it's not yet, you could check the current transit. Just go online and type that in so that you can see when Mercury is going into retrograde and what sign, because the sign that Mercury is going into is also an influence on how you're going to, we collectively will be doing things. Okay, so then we'll use that same energy of that sign that Mercury is going retrograde, and then remember to go to the previous sign and the current sign that Mercury is retrograding. It's a retrograde, so it's going back. So you got to go back to the previous sign. Utilize all this energy, and you guys will be fine. All right. So okay, now, and you said yes, you're right. Thank you, Shonda. Definitely be thinking about how to make more money. More money. Yeah, it is about making more money. But you have to build first. Virgo never gonna say, okay, here's a way to make more money without a practical plan. They are the planners. As all of the earth signs are, they make plans. They don't just do things just to do them. And if you look at each opposing sign, the opposite sign of all the earth signs, they do not do it that way. So right now, like I said, when Virgo come in a few hours, the opposite sign of that is Pisces. So they're going to do things opposite that a Pisces do. They're going to have structure, organization, stability, categories, stuff like that. And Pisces not like that. Pisces like, let it go, let it flow. Let's just all be open with that Neptunian energy, right? But Mercury going into retrograde, it's like kind of forcing us to do it with the Virgo being practical. So yeah, you can make money because it's in your second house, but it's not going to make you feel that way. You're going to feel like, yeah, you want to make money, but it have to be a means to an end, because it's Virgo, practical Virgo. Virgo is, like I said, from Mercury. So it's your everyday routine. What are you doing every day? What are you doing every week? You know, it's a routine that you are doing. So if you want to make money, you have to have a practical plan, and not a short-term plan, but a long-term plan, because the earth signs, they're earth. They're not moving fast, are they? No. So yeah. Anyway, with all that being said, I'm going to go, and thank you, Virginia, for coming on here and give me a little bit more energy. And I will try to come back on here again on at least at 9 o'clock. If not the particular days yet, at least at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we can get back on this algorithm and see where it goes from here. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Bye.